Have you ever felt like you're your own worst enemy when it comes to achieving your goals? You have big dreams, you work hard, yet something always seems to hold you back. It's a frustrating paradox, isn't it? What if the biggest obstacle isn't external, but rather a silent saboteur operating within your own mind? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and expose 3 insidious signs that your inner thoughts are subtly destroying your success. Drawing profound insights from the legendary Napoleon Hill. Hill, the master of success philosophy, taught us that thoughts are things, and powerful things at that. When mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire, they can be translated into riches. But what if those powerful thoughts are actually working against you without your conscious awareness? Many of us harbor internal narratives that undermine our efforts, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of limitation. The first, and perhaps most prevalent, sign that your inner thoughts are destroying your success is a chronic habit of self-doubt and negativity disguised as realism. You might tell yourself you're just being practical or realistic, but beneath that facade is a deep-seated belief in your own limitations. This isn't about healthy self-assessment. It's a constant stream of internal chatter that questions your abilities, magnifies obstacles, and anticipates failure before you even begin. You might find yourself saying things like, "I'm probably not smart enough for that. It's too risky," or "What if it doesn't work out?" Napoleon Hill emphasized the power of faith as the starting point of all achievement. When your inner thoughts are steeped in doubt, they erode this essential faith, paralyzing you with hesitation and preventing you from taking the decisive action necessary for success. This mental pattern subtly convinces you that success is for others, not for you, effectively closing doors before you even try to open them. The second sign, often intertwined with the first, is a pervasive focus on what you don't want rather than what you do want. Our minds are incredibly powerful manifestors, and they operate on the principle of attraction. If your inner thoughts are constantly dwelling on fears of failure, scarcity, or potential pitfalls, then that is precisely what your mind will attract and manifest. You might be obsessing over avoiding bankruptcy rather than focusing on building wealth. You might be consumed by the fear of losing your job rather than focusing on securing career advancement. Hill spoke extensively about the principle of autosuggestion, highlighting that any idea, plan, or purpose may be placed in the mind through repetition of thought. If your repetitive thoughts are anchored in negativity and avoidance, you are literally programming your subconscious for the very outcomes you wish to escape, unwittingly creating a mental blueprint for struggle. What initial thoughts or experiences come to mind when you hear about these 2 signs? Does any of this resonate with your own internal dialogues? Share your reflections in the comments below. Recognizing these patterns is the vital first step toward reclaiming your mental power. Let's dive deeper into how these inner thought patterns subtly but powerfully undermine your path to success. The chronic habit of self-doubt and negativity, disguised as realism, isn't just about feeling bad, it actively suppresses your potential. When your inner voice constantly questions your capabilities, it creates a mental block that prevents you from even attempting new challenges or pursuing ambitious goals. You might find yourself researching endlessly without taking action, or over-preparing to the point of never launching. This hesitation stems from a subconscious belief that you're not ready, not good enough, or that failure is inevitable. Napoleon Hill taught that faith is the starting point of all accumulation of riches. If your inner thoughts are eroding that faith with constant doubt, you're essentially dismantling your own launching pad. This internal resistance prevents you from tapping into your true potential, ensuring that your achievements remain below what you are capable of, simply because you don't believe you can do more. Similarly, this pervasive focus on what you don't want acts like a magnetic pull towards those very outcomes. Your mind doesn't distinguish between wanting to avoid and wanting to attract. It simply processes the dominant thought. If your inner narrative is consumed by fear of losing your job, fear of not making enough money, or fear of external setbacks, then your subconscious mind will work to align your reality with those dominant fears. This can lead to self-sabotaging behaviors, an inability to see opportunities for growth, or even manifesting the very negative circumstances you're trying to escape. Hill's principle of auto-suggestion is paramount here. He explained that through the principle of auto-suggestion, the subconscious mind may be voluntarily directed in a procedure of constructive effort. However, if you are unconsciously directing it with negative thoughts, you are by default programming it for destructive outcomes. You become so preoccupied with protecting yourself from what you don't want that you completely miss the opportunities to create what you do want, trapping yourself in a cycle of avoidance rather than achievement. Now, let's explore the third crucial sign that your inner thoughts are silently eroding your potential for success. This is perhaps the most subtle yet profoundly impactful pattern, a deep-seated resistance to change and discomfort, masquerading as a preference for stability. Success by its very nature demands growth, adaptation, and a willingness to step into the unknown. If your inner thoughts are constantly prioritizing comfort, predictability, and the familiar, even if the familiar is mediocre, then you are subtly programming your mind to resist the very conditions required for advancement. This manifests as an aversion to taking calculated risks, a reluctance to invest in new skills or ventures, or a tendency to stick with outdated methods simply because they feel safe. You might find yourself saying, "It's good enough. Why rock the boat?" or "I prefer things to stay the same." Napoleon Hill explicitly highlighted the importance of persistence and a burning desire as non-negotiable traits for achievement. These qualities inherently require a willingness to push through discomfort and navigate uncertainty. When your inner thoughts are dominated by a craving for constant stability, they suppress this burning desire and undermine your persistence. Your mind, in its misguided attempt to protect you from perceived threats, like the discomfort of learning something new or the risk of failure, creates an invisible barrier around your potential. This internal resistance ensures that you remain comfortably stagnant, perpetually stuck in a loop of sameness, effectively destroying any chance of achieving the extraordinary success that lies beyond your current comfort zone. You are inadvertently choosing a small, predictable existence over the vast, uncertain landscape of true accomplishment. To continue unlocking the secrets to mastering your inner thoughts and applying Napoleon Hill's timeless principles for ultimate success, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. Your journey to transforming your inner world and outer reality starts now. Let's deepen our understanding of how these subtle inner thought patterns manifest and hold you back from the success you envision. The chronic habit of self-doubt and negativity disguised as realism isn't just a mental state, it's a powerful filter through which you perceive every opportunity and challenge. When your inner voice is constantly pessimistic, you automatically interpret neutral or even positive situations through a negative lens. A new business opportunity might be seen as too much work or bound to fail, rather than a chance for growth. A minor setback becomes proof of your inadequacy instead of a learning experience. Napoleon Hill often spoke about the importance of a positive mental attitude, which he considered one of the 13 principles of success. If your internal dialogue consistently pulls you towards the negative, you are effectively undermining this crucial principle, making it impossible to see the potential in yourself or in your circumstances. This self-imposed mental limitation acts like a powerful brake, preventing you from ever gaining the momentum required to achieve significant breakthroughs. You are, in essence, talking yourself out of success before you even begin to act. Furthermore, the pervasive focus on what you don't want rather than what you do want creates a subtle but potent energy drain. Imagine trying to drive a car while constantly looking in the rear-view mirror, focusing only on the obstacles you've just passed or are trying to avoid. Your progress would be slow, erratic, and likely to lead to a crash. Similarly, when your inner thoughts are consumed by fears of failure, lack, or rejection, you are directing your mental energy towards these negative outcomes. This doesn't just make you anxious, it subtly influences your decisions and actions, leading you to unconsciously gravitate towards the very things you fear. Hill's concept of autosuggestion is crucial here. Your dominant thoughts, whether positive or negative, eventually find their way into your subconscious and influence your actions. If your mind is constantly fixated on avoiding what you don't want, it becomes incredibly difficult to clearly visualize and pursue what you truly desire. This constant negative focus becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, ensuring that you remain stuck in the patterns you desperately wish to escape, because your mental GPS is always set on avoiding danger rather than heading towards your desired destination. Let's now address the third and often most elusive sign that your inner thoughts are silently sabotaging your success: the deep-seated resistance to change and discomfort, masquerading as a preference for stability. This isn't just about enjoying your routine, it's a profound internal programming that equates growth with danger and newness with unnecessary risk. Your mind, in its primal function to keep you safe, interprets any deviation from your current state, even a beneficial one, as a threat. This can manifest as an overwhelming reluctance to leave a comfortable but unfulfilling job, an unwillingness to learn new skills that could propel your career forward, or a tendency to avoid crucial conversations that could lead to breakthroughs. You might tell yourself you're being prudent or patient, when in reality your inner thoughts are constructing an invisible wall around your potential, keeping you confined to your current circumstances. Napoleon Hill's profound insights continually point to the necessity of persistence and imagination in achieving any worthwhile goal. Both of these principles demand a willingness to embrace the unknown and push past initial discomfort. If your inner thoughts are constantly pulling you back to your comfort zone, you're essentially stifling your persistence before it can even begin to build momentum. You're effectively choosing stagnation over growth, safety over potential, and a predictable mediocrity over the exhilarating journey of true success. This subtle resistance prevents you from innovating, adapting, and seizing opportunities that lie just beyond your current boundaries. It's a self-imposed prison, built by your own thoughts, that keeps you from experiencing the vast landscape of success that lies just outside the familiar. Your mind, in its desire for comfort, becomes a barrier to your own evolution, ensuring that you remain stuck in a loop of unfulfilled potential because you're unwilling to navigate the temporary discomfort that precedes every significant leap forward. We've journeyed deep into the subtle ways your inner thoughts can undermine your success, uncovering three crucial signs: the chronic habit of self-doubt and negativity disguised as realism, the pervasive focus on what you don't want instead of what you do want, and the deep-seated resistance to change and discomfort masquerading as a preference for stability. Each of these mental patterns, if left unaddressed, creates a powerful, invisible barrier between you and your aspirations. Napoleon Hill, the architect of success philosophy, offers the blueprint for overcoming these internal saboteurs. He famously declared, "The only thing you have absolute control over is your thoughts." This profound truth is your key to unlocking unlimited potential. To truly transform your success, you must consciously and persistently reprogram your inner dialogue. First, to conquer self-doubt and negativity. Cultivate an unwavering, positive mental attitude and faith in your own abilities through consistent auto-suggestion. Feed your mind empowering affirmations of your worth and capability. Second, shift your focus from what you fear to what you desire. Clearly define your definite major purpose and visualize its achievement with unwavering clarity. Direct your mental energy entirely towards the positive outcomes you seek. Finally, to overcome your high resistance to change and discomfort, embrace persistence as your guiding principle. Understand that growth resides just outside your comfort zone. Cultivate a burning desire for your goals that is so intense it overrides any temporary discomfort or fear of the unknown. Your inner thoughts are not merely fleeting ideas. They are powerful architects of your reality. By consciously choosing to manage and direct them in alignment with your deepest desires, you wield the ultimate power over your destiny. Napoleon Hill's wisdom empowers you to stop being a victim of your own mind and become its conscious master. Take a moment to reflect. Which of these three signs resonates most strongly with your current inner world? Committing to transforming just one of these thought patterns can initiate a profound shift in your journey towards success. It's time to silence the subtle saboteur and unleash the immense power of your mind to create the life you truly desire.